is up, fight fans? Today we're going to be looking at UFC 326 in depth. It's a massive card, March 7th, this Saturday night. And we're not just looking at the names, we're looking at the numbers themselves. We know we have a legendary main event for the BMF title between current BMF champion Max Blessed Holloway and Charles Du Blanc Oliveira, the number 3 lightweight in the world. High stakes co-main event between Kyle Barato and Rainier de Ritter. For middleweights, they're top 10s, almost top 5s for both of them. And overall, just a card full of prospects and veterans. I've analyzed every striking metric, percentage, takedown defense, and stat and finish rate provided in my official UFC 326 stats, which I do every pay-per-view, to give you the most accurate betting and viewing guide possible. Let's get into it. Starting with the main card opener. So we're going to go fight number 1 on the main card to main event, and then we'll do 2 featured prelims at the end. So kicking off the main card is going to be a lightweight matchup between 2 of the most experienced guys on the roster, those being Drew Dober and Michael the Menace Johnson. The matchup itself is a classic striker versus wrestler battle. Dober is bringing a 57% knockout rate and a massive 75% finish rate. The stats is that Johnson's going to have a huge reach advantage here at 73.5 inches and an elite 81% takedown defense, whereas Dober is landing around 4.52 significant strikes per minute every minute. The analysis is that Drew Dober is coming off a knockout win against Kyle Prepelic in round 3 at UFC Canada, while Johnson just beat Daniel Zellhuber via a decision. My prediction for this one is going to be Drew Dober via TKO knockout. I think that Johnson's defense is solid, but Dober's got 10 first-round finishes. I think that suggests he's going to find that target early in a high-volume exchange. Next up, we have 2 heavy hitters in the middleweight division, Gregory Robocop Rodriguez and Bruno the Hulk Ferreira at middleweight. Looking at the physicalities, Rodriguez is the much larger man standing at 6'3" with a 75-inch reach. That's a huge 5-inch reach and 5-inch height and 3-inch reach advantage over Ferreira. Looking at the firepower, we know that both men are finishers. Ferreira has a staggering 93% finish rate with 11 first-round finishes. While Rodriguez only sits at a 78% finish rate, we know he's constantly going for it. Get that knockout, get that submission. The edge in this fight is that Rodriguez is going to have much better wrestling defense at 75% compared to Ferreira's 61%. My overall prediction is going to be Gregory Rodriguez via knockout TKO. I think that Ferreira is very dangerous early on, but Rodriguez's length and consistently with 5.60 strikes landed per minute will allow him to control the distance and hopefully land those much bigger shots to get him the win via knockout or decision. Next, I think this is a big prospect test. It's going to be Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. It's one of the most interesting fights on the card because between the two of them, there's a 21-year-old age gap, with Raul Rosas Jr. being the younger fighter. My bad, 17-year-old age gap. Raul is 21 years old. As for styles, we know that Rob Font is a massive striker, landing 5.36 significant strikes per minute. Rosas Jr. is a huge freestyle wrestler with a 55% submission rate. The big red flag here is that Rosas Jr. has his stats show a 0% takedown defense, though he thrives on that offensive with a 41% takedown accuracy. Rob Font is consistently getting taken down every round of all of his fights. I think in his past 3 fights, he got taken down 8 times in total. My official prediction is that Raul Rosas Jr. wins via submission or decision. I think that just Font's takedown defense or lack of is only 44%. It's going to be a big issue. Allow the problem child to get this to the ground, and his youth and grappling pressure will likely lead to a finish. For a co-main event, we have Kyle Barato versus Rainier de Ritter, RDR versus The Natural. I think the thing to think about is the grappling traps here. De Ritter is a jiu-jitsu specialist with a 62% submission rate and 11 first-round finishes, whereas Barato here is going to be the wall. He is extremely hard to take down with a 77% takedown defense, has superior striking accuracy at 56%. I just think that he's going to be able to stop the takedown and therefore stop Rainier de Ritter. The momentum here is that both men are coming off losses, but Barato's 60% striking defense is going to make him a very difficult problem for RDR to solve. You think about it, I hate to say it, but Rainier de Ritter was a little overhyped or underhyped coming in, and then he became overhyped but in reality, he just went the distance against Robert Whittaker before giving up against Brendan Allen. I think if you put enough pressure, he'll give up. He's really only got that knee to the body, and other than that, you have to get to the ground for him to be a threat. If Kyle can just keep this fight standing, then I'm predicting him to win via decision. De Ritter needs the ground, but Kyle's Barado's defense and more active striking, 3.44 versus 2.20 landing per minute in favor of Barado, should allow him to sweep the scorecards and get a unanimous decision victory or even a knockout, honestly. Finally, what everyone's been waiting for, Max Blessed Holloway versus Charles Do Bronx Oliveira, the main event. If you look at the volume, we know that Max Holloway is a statistical unicorn, landing 7.20 significant strikes per minute, which adds up over time and really looks good on the scoreboard as long as he's pressuring. For Charles Oliveira, we know he's the finisher. He's one of the most dangerous men on the planet, and on this mat, he is the more dangerous man. 22 submission wins and an 89% finish rate. As for durability, Max has gone the full distance 19 times in his entire career compared to Oliveira's total of 6. However, we know Oliveira has 16 first-round finishes, meaning the first 5 minutes are the most dangerous factor for Max. The X factor in this fight, Holloway's 83% takedown defense, is going to be his best friend here. I don't have a good prediction for you. The stats say Max Holloway via decision. We know his conditioning is legendary. Average fight time is 16 minutes, 23 seconds. If he can deny the early takedown and submission attempts, keep it standing, this volume is going to be the death of and overwhelming for Oliveira over 5 rounds. But I cannot count out Charles Do Bronx Oliveira. My official prediction is Charles Oliveira by submission or Max Holloway via decision. Time for the 2 featured prelims, in my opinion. Don't sleep on them. First, we got Cody No Love Garbrandt, former bantamweight champion, versus Xiao Long. For Cody, he's bringing a 79% massive knockout rate against Zhang Long. If Cody's 84% takedown defense holds up, we can expect a highlight reel KO, but we know that hasn't always happened in the past. We know that Long is a lot more developed when it comes to the wrestling game. He can go down, he can take Cody down and get the finish there. He can win a natural decision simply with the wrestling alone. I'm still going to go with Cody and predict him to win via knockout or decision. Second prelim is Dante Lockjaw Johnson going up against Cody Brundage. Johnson's insane. He's a name to watch out for in the future, and he's certainly a name to watch out for tomorrow night. He's 7-0, undefeated, 100% finish rate, and 100% takedown accuracy. I'm expecting him to take down and finish Cody Brundage early. Give me Johnson via knockout or submission. That's going to be my full breakdown for UFC 326. The stats point towards a night of high volume, striking, and technical grappling, in my opinion. Who do you have winning the main event? Who do you have winning some of these main card fights and prelims? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button, and I will see you at fight night.